Dragon Ball is a massive franchise. It has toys, clothing, and pretty much any type of merchandise that you can imagine. But it is so big that it has even inspired other big anime and cartoons, from the way the characters interact to the way the characters fight. Sometimes they even talk about Dragon Ball, or they have the characters looking like the Dragon Ball characters. So today we are looking at my top 5 references to Dragon Ball in other anime and cartoons. Hey, how's it going? My name is Raph, and welcome to Dragon Ball Code, the place where all we do is talk about Dragon Ball. So, here's the list. The first one we have is number 5, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. This show is about a pair of kids who become friends with the Grim Reaper after winning a limbo contest against him. Since the Grim Reaper lost, he has to be their friend. In one episode, they participate in a karate tournament that looks very similar to the World Martial Arts Tournament in Dragon Ball. The fight is fast and it takes place on the ground and in the air. And in the end, they start talking about unleashing their full power, they begin to charge up their energy, and eventually destroy the whole place. Something that happens very often in Dragon Ball. Number 4. Bo-bobo-bo-bobo. I hope I'm saying that right. This anime I had never heard before I made this video, but I came to realize that it's hilarious. They have a few parodies on Dragon Ball, but this one I found the funniest. In one episode, they reference Chaozu's sacrifice against Nappa. They have the main guy, Bobobo, throw his friend Dumb Patch at the bad guy who's floating up high in the air. Then Bobobo becomes like Tien and Dumb Patch becomes like Chaozu. The way they frame the scene and the way they show the dramatic cuts is just like Dragon Ball. Then they take it even further by revealing, after the smoke clears, Dumb Patch looking like Nappa. Number 3. The Amazing World of Gumball. The Amazing World of Gumball is a show about a boy that goes on crazy adventures with his brother. I personally find it pretty funny. In Gumball, they also have referenced a bunch of other things, but in a couple of episodes, they referenced Dragon Ball. In one, we see Gumball talking about how he has to harness the power within him in order to become a Super Saiyan. He begins screaming his lungs out and his face turns red, but after a long screaming session, all he manages to grow is a tail that looks like poop. Then, there's another episode where his sister is getting bullied, and he uses the anger he feels and finally becomes a Super Saiyan. He doesn't fight anyone and the transformation only lasts for a few seconds, but it's all worth it. Number 2. Teen Titans Go. This cartoon is a funnier version of the original Teen Titans. In this show, they also have different references of other things in pop culture, but there are 2 episodes that I know of that made reference to Dragon Ball. The first one was the episode Beast Boys, St. Patrick's Day, Luck, and It's Bad. In this episode, we see a leprechaun challenge Robin. When he accepts, he begins charging like Dragon Ball characters do, but instead of turning into a Super Saiyan, he turns into a leprechaun. The fight scene is very Dragon Ball from the beginning to end, with powers and everything. Then, on another episode called The Gold Standard, the whole team fights Beast Boy, who becomes a crazy leprechaun. All their moves and the powers they use were clearly inspired by Dragon Ball. They even have a beam struggle in one part where they use a move that looks like the Spirit Bomb against a move that looks like a Kamehameha. And number 1, Hackadol. This anime is all about girl robots that were created to help and entertain society. In this anime, they do a bunch of different references to other anime too. But in one episode, they outdid themselves doing a Dragon Ball fight scene. In the episode, the main character is having a dream, and what she's dreaming is just like Dragon Ball Z. They reference things like Frieza, Cooler, Android 16, Bojack, Goku becoming Super Saiyan for the first time, Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, and Gohan killing Cell. Even the sound effects are the same. The scene basically takes some of these moments frame by frame while also adding some comedy as well. For example, when Cell destroys Android 16. In Dragon Ball, Cell steps on Android 16's head. But in here, instead of the villain stepping on the robot's head, she steps on a bottle of sauce, creating the same effect as when Android 16 was destroyed. What about you? Have you seen other references to Dragon Ball? And if you enjoyed this and you would like to help out my channel, please check out the Patreon page in the description below. And of course, if you like Dragon Ball content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.